Good morning students. In previous lecture we learnt about torque acting on dipole in uniform external electric field and electric flux. Today in this lecture we learn about Gauss theorem to prove Gauss theorem for spherical symmetrical closed surface and deduction of Coulomb's law from Gauss theorem. Now in Gauss theorem it states that total electric flux through a closed surface enclosing a charge is equal to 1 upon E naught times the magnitude of charge enclosed. It means if there is any closed surface and charge Q is present inside the closed surface, then what it states? It states the total electric flux through a closed surface enclosing a charge, if charge Q is present inside, then electric flux is equal to 1 upon E naught times the magnitude of charge enclosed. Here E naught is the absolute permittivity of free space. E naught is the absolute permittivity of free space. What it said, if charge Q present inside the closed surface, अगर charge Q closed surface के अंदर present है तो जो हमारे पास total electric flux है closed surface के लिए वो किसके equal to हो जाएगी? Phi is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. According to Gauss theorem, total electric flux through closed surface is phi is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. But according to definition of electric flux, phi is equal to integration E dot ds. This is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. And phi is equal to E dot s. ये भी हमने पढ़ा था previous lecture में, that flux is equal to flux depends upon electric field, area and angle theta, E dot s. But it is valid only when this term is valid only when electric field is constant for whole surface. When electric field is constant for whole surface. Otherwise we will take this equation, phi is equal to integration E dot ds. अगर electric field constant नहीं होगा तो हम कौन सी इक्वेशन लेंगे? phi is equal to E dot ds. Thus from equation 1 and 2 we get integration E dot ds is equal to Q upon epsilon naught. It means Gauss theorem may also be defined as if a closed surface encloses a charge, then surface integral of electric field over the closed surface is equal to 1 upon E naught times the charge enclosed. Closed surface is equal to 1 upon E naught times the charge enclosed. But for this one condition is must, that charge Q must be present inside the closed surface. जो charge Q है वो closed surface के अंदर present होना चाहिए. अगर charge Q present नहीं होगा, if charge Q is not present inside the surface, then electric flux is 0. Q 0 हो जाएगा तो flux भी क्या हो जाएगा? 0 हो जाएगा. So according to definition phi integration E dot ds था. According to from equation 1 and 2 हमने क्या किया? राइट हैंड साइड इक्वल होगी, इंटीग्रेशन E डॉट ds इज इक्वल टू Q अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट. इट मीन्स हम गॉस थ्योरम को कैसे स्टेट कर सकते हैं? ये phi इज इक्वल टू Q अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट भी है. ऑल्सो इट कैन बी स्टेटेड एज इफ अ क्लोज्ड सरफेस, अगर किसी क्लोज सरफेस के पास एक चार्ज इनक्लोज है, देन सरफेस इंटेग्रल ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड over the closed surface is equal to 1 upon E naught times the charge enclosed. Now in next article we will prove Gauss theorem for spherical symmetrical closed surface. For this consider that point electric charge, consider that point electric charge Q is situated at center of the sphere, at center of the sphere of radius r, of radius r. Let E be the electric field, E be the electric field at point P, E be the electric field at point P on surface of sphere. Then if E be the electric field and R be the radius, then electric field due to this point charge. As we know, in previous class we learnt about the electric field due to a point charge is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square. This is the electric field due to a point charge, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square. Now, from this surface of sphere, we will consider a small area element. From this, we will consider a small area element ds around P. Since small area is located on the surface of sphere, it means ds and electric field direction of both area vector and electric field are same along OP. ये हमने पहले ही पढ़ा था कि सरफेस, कोई भी सरफेस होगा तो हमारे पास जो एरिया वेक्टर होता है वो क्या होता है, परपेंडिकुलर डायरेक्शन में होता है. तो उसके सेंटर परपेंडिकुलर डायरेक्शन में, और इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड भी, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड उस सरफेस के परपेंडिकुलर डायरेक्शन पे जाएगा. तो इट मीन्स एरिया वेक्टर और इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड दोनों क्या हो जाएंगे. कंसीडर स्मॉल एरिया एलिमेंट ds अराउंड P. Since small area element is located on the surface of sphere, the area ds and electric field are along OP. It means area, हमने previous class में पढ़ा था कि area vector और electric field दोनों क्या हो जाएंगे, same direction में होंगे. तो therefore electric flux, firstly we will write, consider small area element ds around P. Since small area is located on surface of sphere, then the area ds vector also along OP, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड की डायरेक्शन में ही होगा. सो देयरफॉर इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स, ये भी हमने पढ़ा, इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स डिपेंड करती है इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड और एरिया वेक्टर पे. तो इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स थ्रू ds इज d phi. अब हमने स्मॉल एरिया पोर्शन ले लिया तो इसलिए उसके लिए स्मॉल d phi हो जाएगा. ठीक है, phi इज इक्वल टू E डॉट S पूरे होल सरफेस के लिए था. नाउ d phi इज इक्वल टू, अगर हमने स्मॉल पोर्शन लिया है तो हमारे पास phi जो है किस में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा, d phi में. E डॉट ds एज इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड एंड एरिया वेक्टर बोथ लाई अलोंग सेम लाइन, तो एंगल बिटवीन देम इज 0 डिग्री. तो हमने क्या लिखा, E ds डॉट प्रोडक्ट ओपन किया, A डॉट b इज ए बी कॉस थीटा, हियर थीटा इज 0 डिग्री. So E and ds lie on same line, so angle between them is 0. Cos 0 is 1. So d phi is equal to E ds. Now we will put the value of electric field from this equation, from equation number 1. We will put this value in equation number 2. Now it can be written as d phi is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square ds. 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square ds. Now the total electric flux, this is the electric flux for a small area element ds. For whole surface, what we will do, we will integrate this equation. Therefore total electric flux, total electric flux through closed surface is, integrate this equation, we will get phi is equal to integration of d phi over a closed surface S. Now we'll integrate this equation. Put this value 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square ds. Now 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square is constant term. We will take it out from this part and we will left with integration of ds, as integration of ds is surface area of sphere. Phi is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square integration of ds. Here ds is the surface area of sphere and ds surface area of sphere is equal to 4 pi r square. ds is 4 pi r square. We will put this value q upon r square into 4 pi r square. R square cancel. We will left with phi is equal to q upon epsilon naught. Thus, for a closed surface, we can prove the Gauss theorem, which is equal to q upon epsilon naught. So, it means for any closed surface, flux is 1 upon E naught times the charge enclosed by it. किसी क्लोज सरफेस के लिए भी हमारे पास जो टोटल इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स है वो हमेशा q upon epsilon naught आएगा. Now we will do some important points, because after this we will do deduction of Coulomb's law from Gauss law and then applications of Gauss theorem. Important point. First one is Gauss theorem holds for closed surface of any shape. Gauss theorem holds for closed surface of any shape. It means it doesn't matter whether it is a sphere, it is a cube or it is a cuboid. It should be a closed surface and charge q should be present inside the closed surface. It can be of any shape, but there is a condition that there should be a charge present inside the closed surface. Second one is total electric flux through a closed surface is 0. Total electric flux through a closed surface is 0 when there is no charge enclosed by the surface. And there is no charge enclosed by the surface, or when algebraic sum of all charges enclosed by the surface is 0. Algebraic sum of all the charges enclosed by the surface is 0, then electric flux is 0. Third one is the closed surface that we choose for the application of Gauss law. The closed surface that we choose for the applications of Gauss law, जो हम आगे consider करेंगे applications में, applications of Gauss law और 3D surface को, applications of Gauss law और 3D surface is called Gaussian surface. उसे हम क्या बोलते हैं? Gaussian surface बोलते हैं. Gaussian surface. The surface that we choose for the application of Gauss law and 3D surface is called Gaussian surface. And next one is Gaussian surface must not pass through any point charge. Gaussian surface must not pass through any point charge. Point charge में से पास नहीं करता होना चाहिए. Any point charge. Now these are the important points, that it holds for closed surface If there is no charge, it means flux is zero, and charge it should be present anywhere inside the closed surface, कहीं पे भी present हो सकता है ये। और क्लोज सरफेस जो हम चूज़ करते हैं एप्लीकेशन ऑफ गॉस लॉ के लिए, उसे हम क्या बोलते हैं, गॉसियन सरफेस बोलते हैं। नाउ नेक्स्ट टॉपिक वी विल लर्न अबाउट डिडक्शन ऑफ कूलम्ब्स लॉ फ्रॉम गॉस लॉ। डिडक्शन ऑफ कूलम्ब्स लॉ फ्रॉम गॉस लॉ। So now our next topic is to deduce Coulomb's law from Gauss theorem. For this we will consider a sphere and Q1 charge is present at the center and R is the radius. R is the radius and E is the electric field due to this charge, Q1 charge. Now E is the electric field due to this charge Q1 and we will place a second charge Q2 at point B. We will place a second charge Q2 at point B. Then force experienced by this point charge due to this charge Q1. Then force experienced by दिस पॉइंट चार्ज, जो फोर्स एक्सपीरियंस होगी Q2 की, फोर्स एक्सपीरियंस जो करेगा Q2 चार्ज किसके कारण, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ऑफ चार्ज Q1 के कारण, Q1 के कारण ये इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड प्रेजेंट हो रहा है। उसके बाद हमने चार्ज Q2 प्रेजेंट कर दिया यहाँ पे, और Q2 पे जो फोर्स लगेगी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड के कारण वो कितनी लगेगी, F इज इक्वल टू Q2E। हमने पढ़ रखा है इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इज इक्वल टू फोर्स अपॉन चार्ज। तो अब हमने इन दोनों के बीच में क्या निकाल ली, फोर्स निकाल ली इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड के कारण। नाउ वी विल फाइंड दिस इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड। टू फाइंड इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड, there is a spherical sphere of radius r with point A as the center. As we know, according to Gauss theorem, now we have to find the electric field. So according to Gauss theorem, total electric flux through the Gaussian surface is given by, total electric flux क्या होती है किसी क्लोज सरफेस के लिए, सरफेस इंटेग्रल E डॉट डी एस इज इक्वल टू इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड किसके कारण प्रेजेंट हो रहा है, Q1 चार्ज के कारण। तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड E डॉट डी एस इज इक्वल टू Q1 अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट। नाउ E एंड डी एस, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड और एरिया वेक्टर बोथ लाई अलोंग दी सेम लाइन, so angle between them is 0 degree. So angle between them is 0. So it will become SEDS is equal to Q1 upon epsilon naught. And now the value of E electric field. Now the value of electric field is constant, so we will take it out from this integral. It will become E integration ds is equal to Q1 upon epsilon naught. E constant है, E को बाहर ले आए तो हमारे पास क्या रह गया, इंटीग्रेशन सरफेस इंटीग्रल ऑफ ds, और सरफेस इंटीग्रल ऑफ ds इज टोटल सरफेस एरिया ऑफ स्फीयर, टोटल सरफेस एरिया ऑफ स्फीयर ऑफ रेडियस r। तो ये किसके इक्वल टू होगा, 4 पाई r स्क्वायर, इट इज इक्वल टू 4 पाई r स्क्वायर। नाउ विल पुट दिस वैल्यू, E 4 पाई r स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू Q1 अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट, और E की वैल्यू क्या आ गई हमारे पास, 1 अपॉन 4 पाई r स्क्वायर Q1 अपॉन एप्सिलॉन नॉट। नाउ वी विल पुट दिस इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड, हमने इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड फाइंड कर लिया गॉस थ्योरम से, टोटल इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स की डेफिनेशन से, फिर हमने इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड फाइंड किया। नाउ वी विल पुट दिस वैल्यू इन इक्वेशन नंबर 1। तो हमारे पास फोर्स क्या बन जाएगी, Q2 1 अपॉन 4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट Q1 Q2 अपॉन r स्क्वायर। दिस इज Coulomb's law in electrostatic. So from Gauss theorem we can prove the value of Coulomb's law. So in today's class we learnt about Gauss theorem, and to prove Gauss theorem for spherical symmetrical closed surface, and important points regarding Gauss theorem which we will 2 in applications of Gauss theorem, and to deduce Coulomb's law from Gauss theorem. So students, in next class we will learn about applications of Gauss theorem. Thank you.